Are we in a cosmic game? So, a lot of people believe that we start off as source energy, like as consciousness, as energy, which is vibration, which creates a frequency. So, everything is energy, it is vibrating, so it's oscillating, it's moving, and then it creates its own frequency. So, do we branch off from source energy and create our own soul signature, our own soul frequency? So, it feels like there are universes that are created. So, like a construct, like a game, like a cosmic game. So, what would you do if you were an eternal being, an eternal consciousness? Would you play? Would you explore? Would you experience? Would you express yourself? Would you want to learn? Would you want to devolve so that you could evolve? So, it feels like this cosmic game that we're in at the moment is a game of duality. So if you are source consciousness and you are just oneness, you're just one thing. Wouldn't you want to see what is light, what is dark, what is yin, yang, black, white? Wouldn't you create opposites, create duality? So it feels like what's happened is we've started off as source consciousness. So there's the tip, the highest point of consciousness, which is not really higher, it is just the most expanded consciousness. So source is the consciousness that contains everything, knows everything, is everything. And then it breaks itself down to forget, but not fully forget. There's still a remembrance, there's still part of the whole, like a hologram, part of the whole within every single one of us. So it feels like this game, this cosmic game of duality that has been created in this earth realm has got really deep, or gone really deep. Like the guides always show me the divers that are the deep, deep sea divers that will dive down into the dark ocean. They often show me that that's what we did in this realm, in this construct that we call the earth. We call Earth. It's like a Earth reality game. So what happens is when you branch off from the tip of source frequency, source energy, is you start to become your own person more and more and more. So you have your own soul signature, your own soul frequency, your own resonant bandwidth octave. And so you come down into these realms, these realities, these games, there's star systems, there's planets. Who am I? What game am I going to play this time? So we come down, down, down. And there has been a cosmic game that has been created with more duality. So it's like, well, why don't you guys, meaning you souls, why don't you play, I don't know if you want to say the good guys, and then, you guys, why don't you play the bad guys? But I don't think like the universe doesn't have judgment, so it's not really good or bad. It's just an experience, so it's just a different frequency. So, but this game has been more like a yin yang, light, dark kind of game. There's nothing wrong with light, there's nothing wrong with dark. It's just a different frequency. So, but what has happened, it feels, that the dark agenda has been created by this game of duality. So you come off source frequency, you go down, 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 you get born into earth, or you come into the earth reality, or you get born into an avatar that you might have entered earth from another planet. That's probably another video of how we don't just have to be born into earth. We can just walk through a door into earth. But so we've come down into this earth reality. And so some are playing what we as humans might call the more negative perspective, the more negative frequency. And what happens is when you go deeper into that dark, negative aspect of the ego mind, or there are many different minds, personality constructs that have been created in the universe. It's all part of the game. So in the game you create, we as souls create a personality construct, and it also depends what mix of your DNA you have as well, because some might have a higher type of being in their DNA. Some might have more light beings in their DNA. It depends on ancestors. There's just this combination. Everybody's just got such a combination of DNA, of ancestry lines, of other star beings that are within the cells, and past lives. So much going on. So when you go deeper and deeper into this game, you actually start to forget, or not everybody forgets, but a lot of the dark agendas, they have just got so into it. It's like just playing the game. I can see, the kids these days are just playing these games. I don't know. I only hear Valorant. I don't know. Honestly, don't even know the games that are out there now. They're probably pretty bad. But it's like on Earth, people have got so into the game, and they don't want to come out of the game. They don't want to wake up because they like being the bad guy, or they like being this type of person, or they like having the control, or they like having all the money, or like they've got so stuck in the game that they don't want to change. And this is what has happened in this earth game, this cosmic game, this reality, is that souls have just gone so deep into it that they don't want to come out of it, and they have forgotten as well that they are pure source energy. Within them, they have the light and the unconditional love of the universe. They are everything, but they don't want to be. So they want the separation. They don't want the unity. They want to be separate from everybody. They don't want to be part of source energy, which is really funny because they are source energy at the same time. You can't get away from it because everything is one energy. Everything is joined. We're all joined together. Literally, if you can see in the quantum realms, every little piece of energy is stuck together. There's no actual space here. It looks like there's space in my bedroom between my cupboards and my bed and my chair. There's no space. It's all energy, and I can see it all. We're all stuck together. Like we are all the same thing, the same energy. We're just playing a different role, a different perspective. So what's happening now is with, people like you guys that have awakened, and you're shining your light, and you're doing what you can, questioning. We've shifted the consciousness of humanity, and so the cosmic energy has come in more, the angelic energy has come in, higher realms shining their light. The galactics are working really hard to support us and raise the frequency. So now what's happening with the dark agendas, with the people that want to play the dark role, is they're not happy because they don't like it. They don't like the light. And it's kind of like icky and ugh, and ugh. It's like, it's like someone, like it's like a little cute, like a puppy dog licking, and someone's like, oh, that disgusting little puppy dog. I hate dogs, or I hate cats, or I hate whatever, like they just don't want to feel the goodness, or they don't want to feel the light, or they don't want to feel unified or whole or part of the oneness. They've got so used to feeling the darker energy, the heaviness, the control, and they feel powerful. It makes them feel powerful, but that's not true power. True power is compassion. True power is unconditional love. True power is what humans have within them, but they have been taught that they're not powerful and that power is bad. So what's happening is, because we're all awakening, we're all bringing the light back to this earth reality. We're raising the frequencies, raising our vibration, raising to higher octaves. So now the dark energies and entities are just like, oh, they just can't stand it. So a lot of them are leaving. They're done. They've, like, this is that. I am not raising my light, because what happens when we start awakening, they start awakening. So they start to really remember their connection with source. They start to remember their love, their light, their kindness, their goodness. And they don't want that. They're like, no way, I don't want to feel good. Like, for them, they feel good in a different way, because that, their control, their power, their separation, they think they feel good, but they don't really. That's not really feeling good. The true feeling good is when you are back with that source connection, that unified field, that oneness, that peace, that love, that bliss, that the higher realms. Oneness is amazing. So this is what's really happening at the moment. This is why there's just that last little struggle of that, the dark energy is just like, no, like it's melting. It's like, no, I don't want to be good. It's like, show me the what's that? But the witches on Wizard of Oz or something, witch melting. Like, no, like they just don't want to be good. So they're bailing, they're leaving Earth, or there's a lot of them that have been like, okay, I'm done playing the dark energy, the dark entities. I want to evolve now. I want to awaken back to the light, back to the love. I want to feel good again. So a lot are shifting, and you'll find, there's people just waking up everywhere, and people are just like, what's kind of what's happened. I want to feel better. I want to feel healthier. I want to eat better. I want to look after myself. I want to have fun. I want to feel good. Like there's just such a shift happening, but you kind of have to look for the positive shifts rather than be focusing on, the old news systems or the old outdated systems that are crumbling. But there's so many of these old energies that have left. They have left because they do not want to be part of our awakening. They do not want to be part of the light. But what a lot of them don't realize is that they are quantumly entangled. So everybody that has incarnated on the earth reality frequency, we are all quantumly entangled. So even if these darker energies bail, it's going to be very hard for them, because they're still going to be quantumly entangled. So their frequencies are still going to be raising. So they're really going to have to they're going to try and create their own dimensional space again, like they did with this construct. They'll have to create their own dimensional space where they can hide out and start again. But it's just going to be the same cycle. But I did love what one person said, is that if there are entities, energies, dark agendas that want to keep playing that out, then we could create a separate game for them, and then we don't have to be part of that. They can just all go into their little game, their little realm, their little world, and they can play their dark agenda, dark negative game, and we can just live with a bit more balance. Like, we're living in a world of duality. So it's not completely perfect, because if it is perfect, then we don't grow, we don't evolve, we can't express ourselves, we don't really learn if everything is complete. So, but we can live in a world where there's so much more balance, and we learn through each other's skills and through each other's differences, and we learn through the diversity, rather than fighting against everybody and everything. And like, the universe is completely abundant. It's so abundant. There's enough for everybody. We've all got our own reality bubble, and we've all got enough room to have whatever we dreamed of. So yeah, it is, what a crazy time. But you came here for a reason. You came here because you are a Lightworker soul, a Starseed soul, an ancient soul, an old soul. You have the power within you to arise. You have the power to create any abundance, any manifestations, any dreams that you have. You just have to believe it to receive it. Okay, so get excited. Find the new earth frequencies. Okay, just ask your guides or your higher self. Just say, every day I am in new earth. Every day I'm playing in new earth. Every day I'm abundant in new earth. Every day new earth is exciting and fun and brings me joy. Every day new earth is filled with wellness, peace, clarity, wisdom, calm, excitement, whatever you want. You can focus on your own new earth, and we can bring all of our new earth reality bubbles, reality containers, reality constructs together and create something really fun and really amazing. So yeah, it's the end game, end of the old earth. It is crumbling, which is excellent, because it is time to shift to the higher frequencies again, and we can't be taking the old crap with us. So it is time for the old energies, the old entities, the old darker game to end. It is the end game. So, and we are in the new cosmic game. The cosmic shift has arrived. So yeah, keep going. You are so loved. You're amazing. Check out my other videos, and I'm sending peace vibes, and I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.